So how do you think the fighters today fare against your era?
The fighters today, man, they don't have the, because there's a limited amount of trainers that really fought.
Yeah.
The fighters, what is supposed to happen is the guy is supposed to retire in time and get him a young fighter and then bring the fighter up with the knowledge of what he had. I learned the 60s and the 70s way of fighting.
Yeah.
The 50s, 60s, and 70s. I learned the old school stuff. And a lot of these guys, man, they're trying to fight like Roy Jones. I mean, not Roy Jones. They're trying to fight like Mayweather. And man, Roger was a beast.
Yeah, yeah.
Roger's a good friend of mine, man, and I was with Roger on 100 occasions at different fights.
Okay.
Man, when we talked and trained together and what have you, and he's like, it's a real skill to what he did, man. He was, they just call him the Mexican assassin.
Yep, and the Black Mamba.
That defense, man, was his offense.
Yep.
And now he would stand in the middle of the ring and do that crap to you and beat the brakes off you.
Yeah.
So that's a skill that only he can teach. But he learned it. There's old fighters in Detroit that taught that. That I got blessed to, know how to do it. I just added my own thing, my own little Milwaukee style to it. Like, okay, I got to do it a different kind of way. You know? But I have the secret to beating Mayweather.
Okay.
I have the secret. I wish somebody would call me for their trainer. I know how to beat Mayweather. I know what their problems are. I know how to beat that style. That's why James Toney never fought me.
All right.
Because if you look at James Toney style,
right,
and you look at Mayweather style, they were basically they were from Lansing. They were from Ann Arbor, I think.
Yeah.
And I remember they're basically the same. But there's a way you fight those guys, and you beat the shit out of them. They can't. The defense it will be nothing.
I suppose you're going to keep that a secret for when you have to train.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep that. I won't let it out. But I, because I sparred with him so many times. And there's a lot of guys I spar with that like, man, Trice, we ain't fooling with you no more.
Yeah.
Because I would learn the style, and then my thing was, all right, how do I beat this style?
Okay.
All
right, so even throughout you and Tony's beefs, objectively, where do you think he stands as a fighter?
Who was that, James Toney?
Yeah.
James Toney was a good fighter, man. He was a damn good fighter. From being, he wasn't the out cold hard puncher.
Yeah.
But he would catch you in a real awkward position and knock your damn block off.
Yep.
And like he did to Michael Nunn, and he played possum. He had a real cool way of playing possum, and before you know it, you was getting hit.
Yeah.
So he was a good fighter, man. I mean, you can't knock a guy who wins. Well, I wish he would have never did the MMA stuff where the guy choked the shit out of him, damn near killed him. But that wasn't even necessary.
Yeah.
But I guess they paid him for it. So what the hell? I can't knock a guy making some money.
Yeah.
But as far as a fighter, man, he was an excellent fighter. Attitude, mentality. You don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah.
And any black man to get a rich white woman to be behind him, he better do what he got to do to get that money, man. And James Toney, man, he got to a point. Jackie Callan could have took him into acting, could have took him a lot further than he went.
Yeah.
What happened between the two of them, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe he just, but I was hearing a lot of crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
And she came to me like, Tyrone, I got to get rid of this cat. I'm going to sign you up. And I'm like, I already signed.
Wow. I
got a deal going with Don King, it was just crazy stuff going on, man. But I'm just glad to come along in a time where people would consider me, worthy
of
a title fight, worthy of a title fight, and worthy that I'd handle a championship, with championship caliber.
Yeah, more than worthy, man. No doubt about that. What is it in the Midwest? You're from the Midwest, yeah? Well, basically, that's where you see. what?
Yeah, I'm in Milwaukee now. Yeah.
Yeah, but what makes the Midwest fighters so? What's the ingredients? Because you just seem to either produce really tough fighters or arguably some of the best fighters to ever lace up a pair of gloves in the history of the sport.
Well, because we get a balance of everything, man. We get there's a balance of crime. There's a balance of poverty.
Yeah.
There's a balance of if you don't do this, then you can possibly get a job. And it's a balance of even with doing crime and poverty, you can still make some money. It's a balance of everything, which makes a guy hungry.
Yeah.
But these kids, they ain't hungry no more, man. They're not hungry anymore. They just rather smoke weed and sit down and just chill.
Yeah.
And I tell my sons, if you want to make something, man, you got to commit yourself to making it.
Yep.
You got to just be determined to be successful. I had a lot of friends in Milwaukee here who were major drug dealers, and to keep myself out of the clubs, I would run.
Yeah.
When I would jog, when they would be in the clubs, I would jog at night right by the clubs when it'd be time for them to come out.
Wow.
Just to let them know, hey man, I got something, better to do than hang out with you guys and sell drugs and do all of this, and became the envy of these guys. These guys were like, man, you need any help with anything? And I'm like, no, I don't need any help. All I need is this left hand, this right hand, and God, and I'm gonna get it done.
Wow. How did you avoid getting in trouble?
Man, you know what? This is what I tell kids today. You just have to make up your mind that you ain't gonna get involved in it. I was in gang-infested areas. I grew up in that crap.
Yeah.
I've seen the Black Panthers kill people and fight outs with the police and all kinds of stuff when I was coming up in the 70s in New York, in Buffalo, New York. I've seen all kinds of stuff, but I just stayed away from it.
Wow.
Just something about trouble and shenanigans. It just wasn't something I wanted to be a part of. And, these guys can stay away from it.
Wow.
They can stay away from it. And believe me, people that are into it will respect a guy that say, I don't want to do this. Yeah. I don't want to do that. Whatever you are, a basketball player or a ballerina or a karate guy, guys respect you because you're not into what they're into.
Yeah.
And they know they're into something wrong. So it just guys just got to make up their mind. I don't want to do that.
Wow.
And just stay away from it.
Yep. I mean, you just spoke about the Black Panthers rolling through the hood, so that probably means you saw the crack epidemic. You must have been around when that just kicked off.
I wouldn't trade the time that it seemed like everything that I grew up and saw was timed perfectly.
Yeah.
For my eyes to see it.
Yeah.
To be able to deliver different messages to the youth of this day, man. Because I've seen things that and have met people that are in the history books. And I'm sitting here talking to guys, I've met people and like, damn, that was you who did this and all kinds of stuff, So, these kids now, man, they just gotta want something, man.
Yeah,
Nothing changes any basketball player from Michael Jordan, just that Michael Jordan wanted desperately to win.
That's right.
And if they can get that, then they got the world by the kahunas.
Yep.
The sky's the limit, man. Because I just wasn't accepting the loss.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I would dream every fight. I would dream the night before. I would dream I lost.
Yeah.
Every fight. I never dreamed I won a fight.
Okay.
Every night before I fight, I dream I lost a fight. And I would also imagine myself losing.
Wow.
Like how could he beat me if I did everything I needed to do? What can I imagine? And I never could imagine he can't beat me because I've done everything I needed to do to prepare for this fight.